thing. I am super excited about this. This has been a long time coming. Let's go ahead and get into the box and see what we've got. Okay, so as you dive in, so let's go ahead and take this part out here. Very cool. First off the bat, you do have a couple of little cords. So let's see. We got our, yep, I was going to say that's our electrical cord. It looks like we do have the adapter too. So if you have one of the older panels that take the smaller cable, that should work. And of course the wall plug, which would mean this would be the actual adapter for the wall plug. Yep, perfect. Looks good. That has the regular input, awesome. And then looks like, of course, the generator itself. And, well, some instructions, but who really reads those, right? Charge me now. I need to plug that into the wall. Now, these things are absolutely amazing. As you can see here, you've got not only the full 12-volt DC adapter, but a couple of side adapters. And these are actually used for Goal Zero gear, like their lights. The light of life is absolutely amazing when you're camping. There's my input. I got 2 USBs and 2 110. So let's go ahead and check. Pressing the display. I don't know if you guys can see this. Looks like I'm at a full charge. But what I really like about the Goal Zeros is that it's, let me make sure this focuses here, it's going to show you your input and your output. So that's a really cool option on the 400s and the 1250s, letting you know exactly what you're pulling. And then of course I can go ahead and power these up just by pushing, you know, if I want USB, if I want AC. It's already looks like it's pulling about 6 watts right now, just humming up. Awesome, guys. Let's go ahead and put this to the test. And I'm gonna take this beauty camping tomorrow, so we'll see how she does. Okay, so tucked in for the night. You can hear the rain. It's going crazy out there. We got our soaked clothes hung up, drying out. Alright, fire's going. Everybody's tucked. Oh yeah. It's a good night to be in a hot tent. And got the Goal Zero pumping it out right now. About to go plug my CPAP in. We'll be good for the night. Okay, so a full night of running the lights for several hours, running my CPAP. Now granted, I had the CPAP all the way down to like 0.5 if you use a ResMed S9. We're still listed as full. This, plus I think I even charged my Venture 30 with it. This 400 is a beast. Wow. Alright, so I wanted to give the Goal Zero a little bit of a test. We've put on, you know, one of the kids' movies here on Blu-ray. I have the TV, the sound bar, and the Blu-ray player all going through right now into the Goal Zero. So, looks like right now we're pulling a steady 136 watts. So we could get a little bit of time out of here. Theoretically, we could get a whole movie out because it's been pretty consistently at 130. So I think, well, as you can see, it'll jump a little bit higher just depending on how much the disc has to spin. But it's holding its own pretty well. So I think, you know, in a natural disaster, a situation like that, we could do pretty well with the Goal Zero holding its own. Alright, so I wanted to come back after a few minutes and just see how everything's doing. Taking a look at the battery. There we go. Yeah, it's at about 127. So again, I think it just depends on how much, the disc has to spin. Yep, see it jumps up and down. So by that, you know, if you're looking at a 400 watt battery and you're just doing this particular entertainment center, you'd be looking at 2.5, almost 3 hours on a full charge, just watching, you know, having a movie experience. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so right now I've got 3 of the little Light of Life minis. You kind of can't see with the regular lights set up. This is ready to go for when we turn the lights off for dinner. It's pulling a constant 6 watts, which is great. It looks like at the same time I could probably run this into my iPad, which actually really needs a charge. It's pretty low. I'm gonna go ahead and start that. Yeah, we're like 24%. with an iPad charging that's actually in need of it. Looks like we're pulling about 18 watts, but that means the iPad itself is probably taking about 12 watts. So I could charge that several times. Looks good. I think for a lights out situation, this 400 is really going to power a lot of stuff. It's going to be kind of that jack of all trades. Obviously, it'd be better to do the 1250 if you have it, but this thing does provide a little bit of portability that you're not going to find in the bigger one. So I've been loving the new 400. I did some research on other power packs of similar capacity. I also looked at doing a DIY project out of a lead-acid battery. That's always a possibility, but Goal Zero has a way of making their products just stupid simple. Plug and play. It's a great option for emergency preparedness, camping, even just working out in the yard if you need a little extra power. I think it's a great mix of portability versus power options. Coming up shortly, I'll do another review on